Hello, welcome to the 9th episode of Born in Quarantine. This is the second episode in the day, so if you haven't, go back and watch the earlier episode I published today. With that said, I've heard there was a secret chord that David played and it pleased the Lord. But you don't really care for music, do you? It goes like this: the 4th, the 6th, the minor fall, the major lift, the baffled king composing. Hallelujah. Yes, today we're going to talk about my favorite singer, Mr. Leonard Cohen. Music is kind of the weirdest of the arts, even in my opinion. As the two great philosophers, Shaggy, Two Dope, and Violent J said, music is a lot like love. It's all a feeling, and it fills the room from the floor to the ceiling. I can't disagree. Music touches people in a very weird way. I love movies. They are my favorite form of art. I love books. I love arts in general, but music is the one that people feel the most passionate about because it shaped a lot of them. A lot of people may not like movies. They may not like watching paintings or reading books. But I doubt you find anyone who doesn't like listening to music. They may not like listening to all kinds of music, but they do have their own kinks that they like. So yeah, music is a fundamental part. It creates cultures. You'll go and listen to a certain kind of music, for example, the Turkish music here in Iran, and it just builds upon this culture. You feel like you know the culture better because of the music. And so it's very easy for people to get defensive, passionate, sometimes ignorant about the music they love or about the music they hate. I, for one, cannot stand the band Nirvana. I hate them. I hate Smells Like Teen Spirit. It's a shitty song. But there are many people who like it in the same passion that I hate it. So you see, music brings something in people, and I think it's very appropriate for people who are stuck at home to go back to music. Many musicians are doing live performances online because music comforts people, even in the worst of situations. So being stuck inside in quarantine, the world is in a very bad state of disrepair, so I go to the music also. In what way? Well, in the Leonard Cohen way. Leonard Cohen is my favorite singer. I love the man, and I love many of his songs. So I listen to him a lot, and I mean a lot. He's the only singer, aside from the Beatles, Frank Sinatra, Dean Martin, Louis Armstrong, and Tom Waits, that I really just listen to almost everything he's done. I know I seem like to have a very boomer taste of music, but well, that's me. Yeah, I love jazz. I love blues. My main area of favorite music, it's the 50s and 60s. So yeah, very old-fashioned. Let's talk about the man. Let's talk about Leonard Cohen. From my understanding, at least the earliest album that I've heard from him is Songs of Leonard Cohen, which came out in 1967. And people ask why 60s was the best decade ever. It had Cohen and Sergio Leone in it. What else do you need? You're gonna hear this a lot from me today, but Leonard Cohen is an amazing, and I mean amazing, lyricist. We lost him in 2016, and when we lost him, I remember the day very clearly because I woke up looked at my phone and there it was, the news that Leonard Cohen has died. And at least in my circle of friends, a song really got popular, So Long Marianne. Come over to the window, my little darling. I like to try and read your palm. I used to think I was a gypsy boy before I let you take me home. And so long, Marianne, it's time that we began to laugh. And oh my god, it's making me sad. Yeah, just a heads up. I probably can't play any of his music because I'm afraid of getting copyright claimed, so you have to endure me sing a lot of them. This song resonates with the feeling of, well, lost. I don't think it's the melody of the song itself, it's the lyrics. It's just so somber and downbeaten, and when he died, well, it got popularity because we were all saying so long to Mr. Cohen. But there is something about him that I will talk about much more in depth in a later chapter, but I don't think he has a remarkable voice. I'm not saying that his voice is not for singing, because God knows Bob Dylan's voice is not for singing, yet he sings. I'm saying it doesn't leave an impression on you. I will talk about it later, but just have it in the back of your mind. The lyrics are incredible. There are so many good songs in Songs of Leonard Cohen. There is Winter Lady, which breaks my heart every time I even think about it, Traveling lady, stay a while until the night is over. There is Songs of the Street, there is So Long Marianne. There's so many good songs in that first album. Many of them I think people very closely associate with Leonard Cohen. There is also a little thing I want to talk about now. Leonard Cohen's voice is not even consistent. It kind of moves during the years. I know a lot of singers, well, they get older, they learn better or learn worse. But there is this thing about Leonard Cohen where I can very much just divide his career into two parts. Say, well, before 80s, he sounded like Billy Joel, Traveling lady, stay a while until the night is over. After the 80s, he sounded like Tom Waits. If you want a lover, I do anything you ask me to. I know I'm doing poor impressions of both these singers. I am not a good impressionist. I am not a good singer. Best way you can look at it is the songs he sang later in his career that he sang earlier, like Field Commander Cohen. Field Commander Cohen suddenly become Field Commander Cohen. He was It's weird. I don't know why, but whenever you go back in Leonard Cohen's career, it sounds like someone else. Well, there is some other good songs earlier. I want to talk about 3 albums in particular. One was Songs of Leonard Cohen, because it had So Long Marianne, one of my favorite tracks of him. And in 1971, I think, he did Songs of Love and Hate, which had the very famous Blue Raincoat. And that song it's a hit, at least around me. Whenever I say Leonard Cohen, people either go to Hallelujah, which we'll come to, or Famous Blue Raincoat. It also has the song Avalanche, which a friend of mine really seems to like, and I can see why. The music in it is great. But the second album I want to talk about came out in 1977, and a while ago I had to do a Twitter challenge about, name 5 of your favorite albums, and this is on there. It's The Death of a Ladies Man. I don't like 2 songs in Death of a Ladies Man. Paper Thin Hotel, I Left the Woman Waiting. The other 6 I fucking love. Death of a Ladies Man is one of those songs that used Leonard Cohen's amazing lyrics. I will talk about some songs in particular and mix them with these amazing melodies. As much as I love So Long Marianne, I don't remember the melody as well as I remember the melody of, well, Memories. Dum da da dun da 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 dum da da dun da 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 dum da da dun da 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 da. Memories is a great song, by the way. Then there is the infamous Death of a Ladies Man. Now the man she wanted all her life was hanging by a thread. Again, another amazing song. There is Iodine. There is Fingerprints, which I love. This is stupid. I don't know why I'm doing this. I'm talking about music and singers and I can't play them. So I just have to say track names and hope that you go and listen to them yourselves. They are easily available, but I can't play them. After Death of a Ladies Man, you had I'm Your Man, you had Various Positions, you had 10 New Songs, an album that I don't think a lot of people talk about, but it has That Don't Make It Junk, great song. All of them carried the tradition of Death of a Ladies Man. They combined these amazing lyrics that Leonard Cohen had with these amazing musical pieces, musical melodies. Combined them very well. So if I want to tell to anyone, go listen to a Leonard Cohen album, and I limit myself to not say Various Positions, I say Death of a Ladies Man. Death of a Ladies Man is a great album, and it kind of shows why I like Leonard Cohen. Leonard Cohen songs, they are about heartbreaks. They are about very small incidents, between two people. Even big ones like First We Take Manhattan, First We Take Manhattan. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Then we take Berlin. Even that seems like a promise that someone is giving to another person, not like a declaration. They are very personal, in contrast to someone like I mentioned, Bob Dylan. Bob Dylan's songs are never about incidents. They're not about personal feelings. They're about these big ideas, The times, they are a-changing. And Leonard Cohen is about these small incidents, and I might say it's because I am myself kind of a drama queen and very melodramatic, but they feel as big as the heartbreak you're feeling. Because, well, we all look back at the heartbreaks we felt and laughed, saying, I was so stupid. But at that moment, you felt the world was crumbling on top of you, and Leonard Cohen's songs just nail that. That's how you feel. That's when you're lonely. You feel that big, and Leonard Cohen's songs just capture that through lyrics. He's an amazing lyricist. Did I mention that? With that said, let's go to the big ones. Let's go to Various Positions. 1985 was a weird year. First, people were happy that 1984 didn't happen, apparently. And then Brazil came out, one of the best movies ever made. And if that wasn't enough, Leonard Cohen publishes Various Positions, containing Hallelujah and Dance Me to the End of Love. And hands down, my favorite album of all time. I love this piece of music. Incidentally, Dance Me to the End of Love is my favorite track of all time. La la, la 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 la, la 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 la, la la la. Various Positions was one of the first albums I heard from Leonard Cohen. I think I heard of one album before that, and it was I'm Your Man, because I'm Your Man was also very famous at the time, and Take This Waltz. But Various Positions just grabbed me. I love every single song on that, from Hunter's Lullaby to The Captain, The Law, I think. I remember the lyrics. There's a law, there's an arm, there's a hand. I love every single song on that album, and on very different levels as well. I Dance Me to the End of Love is my favorite song. I love the lyrics, they are so simple yet very powerful. I love the melody, I love everything about that song. I cannot say how many times I've listened to that song and just cried like a baby. If you want to go away and listen to only one song from Leonard Cohen, just listen to Dance Me to the End of Love. It's powerful and amazing. Hallelujah is good too. And with that, there is this thing that Jeff Buckley also did a cover on that, and John Kerr for the album, I think I'm Your Fan, which was a bunch of singers singing Leonard Cohen songs. A great album, by the way, and I tell you why. There is this notion that Leonard Cohen songs always sound better when someone else covers them. I agree and disagree with that. I love the songs that Leonard Cohen sings because there's the melody that he uses too. There is also that. But I can see where is the merit in that. Leonard Cohen, as I said, doesn't have a very remarkable voice. I'm trying to explain it as best as I can without playing the music, but in various positions you have the song Dance Me to the End of Love. A very emotional love ballad, a very somber song. It feels sad, and Cohen sings it, dance me to the end of love. This is his Tom Waits era. And you have The Captain, a seemingly upbeat song. It has a semi-political message. It's again about interactions, but it's kind of like an anthem. And Cohen sings it, now the captain, he was dying, but the captain wasn't hurt. He doesn't differentiate between them. The thing that helps you realize these are two different songs are the amazing lyrics that create atmosphere and the melodies, of course. Otherwise, he doesn't differentiate between them. There is this mind exercise I like to do. When I say some words of a song, you remember the sound of the singer. For example, who knows? Not me. We never lost control. You're face to face with the man who sold the world. I don't know, whenever I hear that, my head just goes, your face to face with the man who sold the world. Or, I say, we live in a political world. In my head, I go, we live in a political world. That was Bob Dylan and David Bowie. I ruined the impressions. But you know what I mean? You hear the singer. I can't do that with Cohen. I can do that with Jeff Buckley singing Hallelujah. I can do that with John Cale singing Hallelujah. I can do that with, and I know a lot of people don't like it, Sigrid doing the Everybody Knows for the Justice League movie. I can't do that with their voice. I can't do it with Leonard Cohen's voice. I remember the lyrics. I remember the song. I can't hear Cohen's voice. I don't know if it's just me. It's kind of hard not to realize there might be something wrong about this whole situation with Cohen. Especially since he is my favorite singer. I know a lot of his songs by heart, and I listen to them. Why can't I hear his voice? I think his voice is kind of unremarkable. He doesn't have the gravelly Tom Waits way of singing. He doesn't have the weird accent of David Bowie. That was a Catherine Hepburn. He doesn't have the nasally voice of Bob Dylan. So you hear his voice and it just goes away. The lyrics stay, the music stay, the voice goes away. That's why I think when I hear Leonard Cohen, I say, well, it's either his Tom Waits era or Billy Joel era, because those two guys actually have a very remarkable voice. So I don't never say, oh, it's a Leonard Cohen era. Who sings like Leonard Cohen? Nobody sings like Leonard Cohen. People sing Leonard Cohen songs, people write like Leonard Cohen, but they don't sing like him. The same way people sing like Frank Sinatra. I'm not even going to try to do that impression because I love Sinatra too much to ruin his voice. I would love to know what you think about them and what is your feelings on this whole matter, but this is how I feel. I love the man. Voice is not very remarkable, and Various Positions is an amazing album. After Various Positions, I mean, there is I'm Your Man with the amazing song Take This Waltz and I'm Your Man. There is 10 new songs. As I said, there is, I think, Dear Heather. I don't remember if Dear Heather was before Various Positions or after that. Sorry, I know I should write this stuff down, but I don't know why I don't. There is no excuse. I should write this stuff down. Then there is the older albums. The one with Nevermind and Slow. I have very mixed feelings about them. Nevermind got a little bit of mainstream attention. I think it was used for the opening credits of True Detective Season 2. And Nevermind is a good song, you know. Again, lyrics are good and nevermind, nevermind. For some reason, in the middle of it, there is an Arabic part. Just takes me out of the song. Yeah. I don't know why. I am a very nostalgic guy probably and think, oh, Cohen in its olden days didn't make the music like he did in his younger days. But I don't know. I don't like Nevermind as much as I like Dance Me to the End of Love, First We Take Manhattan. Everybody knows all of that. All of the singers I like are dead. Louis Armstrong and Sinatra died before I was born. And Cohen died recently, and yeah, I don't know. Well, we always have their music, and again, music is a very passionate subject. You know, you feel it and just stays with you. There are even a plethora of music that are very unique to people who live around me in Iran. You know, you have singers like Ebi and Daryush, and I have songs about them that I will defend until I'm dead. بیا کنارم سرو ناز بیتاب بیا کنارم زیر باغ مهتاب آتش ببازیم به نسیم دریا غزل برقصیم تا طلوع فردا. If you haven't heard me talk Persian before, you will hear me sing it for the first time. If you really, and I do mean really like hear me singing, I did talk about musicals in episode 4 of Born in Quarantine. Be sure to check that out as well. Well, if that worked, if this worked, and if that, my computer worked, I'll see you again next time.